Let's talk the Braxtons, then and now, show review. I have interviewed, known, as well as watched the Braxtons like a lot of you.
Not divorced yet, but definitely separated, raising my kids. I'm gonna cut the front of my baby. What? Give mommy a second, I'm sorry. Very challenging, I can't deny it. I think all family have hidden skeletons.
Whoever you end up with comes with baggage.
I wanted people to see me as a sister and a mom. You see me on the stage, I'm a diva, but I thought it was important that you see the vulnerable side of me.
What I will say, though, I knew that this new season of the Braxtons was going to be especially difficult, particularly because Tracy Braxton was not going to be a part of the cast.
Truth hurts. I didn't see myself as, obese or anything like that. I mean, yes, TV put pounds on you and everything like that, but yeah, I was the fluffy sister. I had to have a personal trainer, to make sure I maintain my size and stay off the diabetic medication.
Her untimely death based on cancer, and seeing the dynamic of dealing with death compounded by the issues of the family that some still have not been resolved. I have known the Braxton sisters all the way back from when the show started on WeTV as Braxton Family Values in 2011.
I wanted you to get our personal story, and we couldn't do that acting. I did the background thing, I'm doing the wife thing, now I want to do the Tamar thing.
The baby of the family, the one who holds nothing back.
I do realize that I have a mouth, I do. It's not that I want to say things to hurt their feelings. I'm just a truthful person.
And to watch how the show, the sisters, the dynamics have had ebbs and flows, have changed.
But why are you in a marriage of convenience?
Boom, that's my question.
Boom, there it is, right? Thank you. She's asking the questions that people are gonna ask.
Because of what I went through with my parents and how hard it was when they split up. It affected me. And she's doing something because she loves her kids that much.
Look at yourself like, oh my God, did I say that? Oh my God, did I do that? Oh my God, am I really going through that? And we have an opportunity to change it.
And it surprised me because I'd seen the season ahead of the actual launch date, this new season ahead of the launch date. And it surprised me when I noticed how people were speaking negatively about Towanda Braxton, calling her the villain based on her relationship and dynamics with her sister Tamar. But I don't think people remember the fact that Towanda has always been incredibly supportive of all of her sisters. And people seem to forget the fact that when the show started, back when there was issues with Tamar possibly being able to carry her child, Towanda was the one who offered if she needed to be a surrogate or help Tamar in any way. People forget that when Tamar was on Dancing with the Stars and had some kind of medical issue and had to be rushed to the hospital, Towanda was one of the first ones who went to the hospital, who flew to LA to see her sister. And there are countless examples like that. Some you saw on television, some that never hit the light of day, that happened between the two sisters. So it struck me as odd when people tried to paint her as a villain who was somehow jealous of Tamar, when that's not at all what it was. We have to be able to understand that people, family, the way we want to define family may be different. We also need to be comfortable with the fact that there are some people in your family that you may not get along with.
I knew that I had communication issues.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
I do. And then I emotionally suppress things.
We have got to get a little bit more comfortable about how we want to define family, how it should look, how it should operate. Because if we're honest, if we are really honest, there are some people, I'm sure, in your family, there are people in mine, who, if we were not tied together by blood, I would not naturally know them or want to be around them. And there are some people, even in your family, who you may not like. And people make it seem, and that happens with sisters as well, cousins, family. And to pit one against the other, I think is highly unfair. when sometimes it's about perspectives, it's about personalities, it's sometimes about evolution as well. Sometimes it is that personal work that you are doing on yourself. And once you see certain things or behaviors or personalities or combative exchanges that are possible with certain family members, once you do the work and once you've healed and once you really, really operate in trying to stay in the level of peace, it shifts the dynamics of how you may relate to people you call family. It may shift how you want to stay away from or suppress or decide not to engage with somebody who you know wants to trigger you or wants to cause a narrative that you're not signing up for. I applaud the Braxtons for still, even to this day in 2024, being willing to open up and share their lives and their issues and their concerns with all of us, because it's easy to sit down and pinpoint and pick out things that are happening in somebody else's lives, being able to say what you would or would not do or what the story is, when a lot of times there are things that you are seeing on camera that are going on behind camera that you know nothing about, that do a better job of being fully able to tell the story, but you're only seeing a snippet. And so I think it's nice to operate in grace and stop trying to call people villains and understand that family dynamics can be challenging. Family dynamics can be difficult. There are times when families and siblings do not get along. There are times that families and siblings do not want to be around one another because sometimes they don't like each other. And I think if we normalize being able to say that, we wouldn't be so quick to judge or to point fingers or to say who's at fault. Sometimes nobody's at fault. Sometimes somebody is at fault. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Having a family and then being able to construct your own family by people you pick, you decide who you want to be family. Because I found sometimes people who are your friends operate and act more like family members than your actual family does. So I applaud the Braxtons for, again, sharing their family, their life, and telling what I know was an incredibly difficult story to share, and hearing all of the negative voices and the commentary about their lives as they displayed it on television. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.